We're sitting here with Dave Johnson, who is part of the Lions Club of Waupaca, also past president of Lions. Nice to have you on the show, Dave.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
We are talking today about roses and your the Lions Club annual rose sale. And I think it's a perfect time of year because we're all getting a little tired of winter. And I'm ready to start seeing flowers blooming and start smelling that sweet, fresh smell of spring. So the neat thing, I think, about the Lions Club, and I know a little bit about the camp in Rochelle, is what you do with the money you make with the roses. So why don't you tell us about that?
Our money, this is our best money maker for the year, and it goes to the Lions Camp in Rochelle to help the blind and disabled. And they're there for a week, and if you've ever been there, those kids and, well, young people, and some of them aren't kids, it's a wonderful camp.
It's and I haven't been there, but everything I've heard about it is absolutely fabulous. And what the Lions does for kids with sight and testing eyesight, and the camp is absolutely fabulous. So I'm glad. I mean, I'm really glad that the Lions is here to help us all out with that. So tell us about the rose sale. We get a dozen roses, right?
Correct.
And how much are they?
$15 a dozen.
Which is a great price.
Yes, very good price.
And what colors?
Multiple colors. We never know for sure what colors we're getting, but we always get different colors.
So when my husband orders me roses, I'm not quite sure what color I'm going to get, but I know they're going to be roses.
They're going to be roses, and if all else fails, we send red.
There you go. So how big an area do you do? Do you just do the city of Waupaca, or do you reach outside that?
We do the city and the townships, and we go as far as rural Amherst and down to Wild Rose that way.
So all of us in the Waupaca area that, you know, even if we live just out of town, we can buy roses for our loved ones, which is great. So when do I get to order them?
With the last day, you can order them now. We have and here are the cards. We have cards that you can order them on. And you can get that from any Lion, and there's some even up in the building here. So if you need a card, you can get one there. And you got to get them before the 24th of March, because we'll be delivering on the 15th to businesses, and the 16th we'll deliver the rest of them.
So that's April 15th to businesses.
Correct.
Which is going to make tax day a little bit easier.
There you go.
Hey, you know,
Sure.
whatever, something,
That's right.
Anything helps. And then Saturday will be the delivery to the homes.
That's correct.
Okay. Now, is the Waupaca Lions Club the only one that does this, or does this reach out to other clubs?
Several clubs. Grand Chute's the host club. They take care of getting the roses and line this all up. And then several of us clubs participate.
That is absolutely fabulous. I'm looking forward to getting roses. Maybe I'll order myself some.
That's done a lot, and you know, a lot of people order, of course, for family and friends, but sometimes a neighbor, somebody that's had a rough time.
Sure.
And it really perks them up.
What a great way to tell people that you're thinking of them, and to be able to support a cause as wonderful as the camp in Rochelle and the Lions Club and everything you do.
Right. I've never delivered a dozen that people weren't all smiles.
I'll bet.
They're always happy.
I'll bet. Thank you, Dave, for coming on today and letting us know all about these roses. We will have some information so that everybody can access that if they need to.
Sure, and there's a website too. They can buy them there if they'd like. www.waupacalions.com.
Oh, great. That's good to have that information. Super. Well, thank you, Dave. We appreciate your time.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Well, thanks for watching today. Again, we appreciate Dave coming on from the Lions Club. Next week, we are going to be talking with Robin Madsen from Foundations for Living. So stay tuned. We are back at the Humane Society talking with Monica Gardner, and we have Zoe as a guest today. We are talking about senior dogs. There are many senior dogs in the system, correct?
Well, yeah, we don't happen to have a whole lot right now, but definitely this one is looking for a place to go.
Yeah, and we have a couple of options when it comes to adopting or fostering senior dogs. Tell us about the difference.
Well, the really old ones like this, and we don't know exactly how old she is because she's been through several homes, and there's not a real clear history. Um, but the really old ones like this, sometimes we just put them into what we call a permanent foster home, and that's just a place where they get to go live out the rest of their days. It's pretty much like an adoption arrangement, and you can choose to adopt if you wish. Um, but then, when the time comes and the dog is, really old and failing or whatever, we are here to, take care of all the final arrangements and deal with that end of things with you and help you through it.
Which is exactly what you did with me and Riley, because Riley was a permanent foster at my home, and then when it came time for him to go, you took care of that
Right.
for me, which is, I'll cry if I keep talking about Riley. I miss him a lot. But let's talk a little bit because, lots of people think, I want to get a puppy, I want to get a dog in the beginning years. Let's talk about the advantages of getting an older dog like Zoe.
Well, Zoe's very well potty trained. She is doesn't need a whole lot of exercise. I mean, a little short walk every day would help keep her toned up and, you know,
And healthier.
healthier. Yeah. They don't demand a whole lot out of you. They're pretty well behaved. They're not getting into everything usually. The thing with her is that she doesn't see real well anymore. She doesn't hear real well anymore. So she has a tendency to follow her nose. So you can't open the door and just say, go out and go potty, because she's going to catch some scent and she's going to be off. But, on the other hand, just keep an eye on her, take her out on a leash or in a fenced in yard, and she's, going to be super easy.
And it's the thing about older dogs, puppies have to go through all of those puppy stages until they're mature. Older dogs like Zoe that have been through a few homes are really just looking for love at this point in their life.
Right. Yeah, she does. She likes attention. She likes to be with people. She will look for you when you're gone, but when you're gone, she's probably going to sleep most of the time.
Yeah. And we're going to try to get a shot of her face. Have we managed to do that? Because she really is a pretty dog.
Here you are. Here you are.
And she's a good girl.
Yeah.
She's just a sweetheart.
And you can see she'll do just about anything for treats.
Well, and she's not overweight, so as long as you don't get her fat, she'll be better off.
She could stand to gain a pound or two. And we have had the vet look at her. He didn't think that any of the lumps and bumps that she had were anything to be super concerned about. And we're hoping to get her teeth cleaned next week. So she'll be really in fairly good shape.
Super. It's good to meet you, Zoe. Okay, thanks, Monica, for the information. Please, everybody, consider adopting or fostering an older dog. I can tell you from my experience, and I only had a year and a half with Riley, but it was absolutely an incredible year and a half. So please consider when you're looking for a new family member to go with an older dog.